So I cut out my 2 pieces of paper, and this is how big I want my project to be. So you always make sure you put it on the edge of the slab so that you don't waste clay, and then you trace around it. And then you cut it out with the knife. And you have a nice square, and then you measure your walls so that it's like the same length as your the bottom of your piece, and you do the same thing. You have to like make sure you don't bend it so that the edges, when you're done, they line up. So to connect them, you have your 2 pieces to put together, and you want to make sure you score and slip it, which is where you kind of use like a fork or a needle tool, and you make a bunch of lines on the edges of the 2 pieces so that it keeps them together, because if you don't do it, it will bend or fall over like the wall. So you score it, and then you put like a slip on it. You dab, because if you brush, it kind of evens out the marks, and it kind of brushes over them, and then they go away. So you want to make sure you dab. And then you push the 2 pieces together where you scored and slipped, and you kind of like even out the seam so that it doesn't fall over or bend. You want to make sure the slip comes out so there's no air bubbles like inside of the piece. And then when you're done with that, you want to kind of even out the line on the outside, and then you want to make a coil, which is kind of like a worm for the inside, and you want to score it a little bit with a needle tool. It also like reinforces the wall and make sure it stands up. And after you put the coil in, you want to smooth it out so that it looks like it was kind of already in there. And make sure that you always keep a hand on the outside when you're pushing the inside, and the hand on the inside when you're doing the outside, so it doesn't like make a dent in the wall. And then you just kind of want to like smooth it. For your second wall, you want to measure out how big it's going to be on the side, and you cut it out of the piece of clay. And when you make your second wall right here, you want to make sure you score and slip every single part where the 2 pieces of clay will be coming together. And then you dab the slip on there, and then you push them together. You really want to push them together hard in the corner to make sure they stay connected. And you want to do the same thing you did on the outside and the inside. You want to kind of connect them, and then you want to put a coil. You put a coil on the inside right here, and then you just want to put it in there and kind of even it out. And you want to smooth the crease between the 2 walls. Every time you push a coil or 2 walls together, you always want to make sure that all the slip oozes out, because if it doesn't, when the slip like dries or comes out, it could leave an air bubble and could make it blow up when it goes into the kiln. For my project, I did a tissue box like this, and all of the sides are together pretty well. And I did designs on a few of the sides, and all of the walls on the inside, all of the walls are really strongly put together so that they didn't fall apart. That's how you do a box technique.